Hey, good afternoon. Welcome. It's The Trigger with the 2 p.m. live with The Trigger, Monday through Friday. It's here every day to help you learn media skills. My passion, my goal is to help you shine on camera and stage. So it helps you elevate you and your brand authority. It's you and your message. No matter who you are, no matter what you do, you have a stage now. And that stage is something that you can leverage to share your message. The last several days, I've had many conversations with people, and a recurring question has emerged, a common theme of interest for people. So I'm very interested in this as a brand leader, as an expert. I think it's a question we do need to answer. I think it's something we need to identify in our lives so that we stay on mission, so that we don't get pulled away when all the squirrels come running through our mind and we wonder what we're really doing and why we're doing it. The question is very, very simple. What are you called to do? Earlier today, someone asked me that on a podcast interview that we were working on, and they asked me that over the weekend when I was in Miami. That conversation came up. It's amazing that it's reoccurred several times, and people are asking me, but also asking others, what are you called to do? When you're called to do something, it helps you clear all the other nonsense around you. When you know you are called to speak, to lead, to be an educator, to whatever it is you do, when you know it's a call, it's not a hobby, it's not a job, it's something that is inside your soul that has to be done. You are literally compelled to do it. When that calling is laid upon you and you know what it is and you have that clarity, oh, it's a powerful thing as an expert in any field. Doctors are called, whether they're a pediatrician doctor or a brain surgery doctor, and they're called, they're consumed, long hours, rough times, intense situations, but they thrive and they love it because they're called to do that. My calling has been something I've known about for years and years and years. Literally, I am called to speak. And it's always funny to know that about a guy who stutters. If you know my story a little bit, I've had a lifelong stutter, but I've been called to speak. And that call to speak has been an encourager to literally thousands of people because I'm not afraid of the microphone. I'm not afraid to step up and share that story of the bully, the tears, the frustration, and not being able to get the words from my mind to my mouth. But at the same time, I was called to speak and I knew it. So I powered through it. I studied, I read, I practiced. And now I have 30 years of radio, television, media, broadcast, stage, keynote speaking, so much more because this is what I'm called to do. And the response is so fulfilling when you know you're in your sweet spot, when you know that you're in that place that you're called to be and nothing else matters. You know you will impact lives, touch lives. You know you can change the scope of things. Now, it's not always easy though to stay in that sweet spot because I do have a creative mind. I love the creative mind. I love being a dreamer. I love being an innovator. The idea of being outside the boat and leading the charge and the boat follows you is really appealing to me. But because of this call to speak for me, I have to reel in those other creative juices sometimes. I have to say, no, 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 that would be great. But, that could be a cool hobby. That could be a mini service I could do. But I need to stay here. As an entrepreneur, as a leader, someone that knows what you're going to be doing, you need to learn how to shield that from yourself and have that disappear. Often I'll write it down. Cool idea. I'm literally getting it out of my mind. I'm literally getting it out into the open space. It's one way that I help stay focused. The same thing is true when I work on projects, and it does go to my speaking career and my coaching. I'll write it down so I don't forget that because my brain is going in other creative juices. But something else will fly in and be really good for my brand, for my helping you with this rocking the stage. And I will write that down just as much as I write down the other thing. It seems silly sometimes if we think we will remember, but you don't, or that other thing will play in your head like a reoccurring bad song. We know the ones. You know about those worm songs that stick in your head and they won't go away? That's what some of these other thoughts of try this, do that. Oh, this would be so much fun. But if you get it out of your system, it's so much easier. And then at the end of the day, if you want, you could rip up the paper, throw it away, keep it on your notepad for a rainy day. But that passion side, the calling side, always pulls you back on course. And I know I've gotten off course. I've chased rabbit trails and it's taken me away from my ultimate sweet spot, not just for me personally, but for other people. This calling of speaking and coaching and sharing is something that is of service to people. I love, as my brand says, I love helping others shine. So when I stay in my lane, I help other people. And therefore, I'm providing a service that's in high need. What are you most passionate about? What is it that at 3 o'clock in the morning, your brain kicks in and you go, oh, I can't wait to go do that. And you may get out of bed, you may write it down, you may jot it down, whatever, but you're that excited about the thing you get to do. Is it being a car mechanic and you are passionate about helping people with their cars? Believe me, I know nothing about what's under the hood. I can change my oil, I can change my tires, I can change the wiper blades, but when it comes to real mechanical stuff, you don't want triggers stuck touching your car. But if you're that passionate about it, live it out to the fullest. Use it to the fullest. Brand it and market it, as we've talked about, of being that expert in that field. If you love teaching kindergartners and getting on the floor and having nap time with them, get on the floor and have nap time with them. Whatever it is that calling, that mantle is laid upon you, pursue it. Go for it. Do not hesitate and never, ever apologize for it. That's my final point for the day. Never apologize for you embracing your calling and saying no to other things, saying no to other people, saying no to great projects. You can say it with clarity and conviction. I'm a speaker. I'm a broadcaster. I love the camera. I love the mic. I'm a ham. I can own that. It's okay for that. Find that. Be confident in your space. And believe me, other people will respect you for it too. People will respect you that you're so confident in yourself. You make no apologies for that. You are in your zone of genius and you thrive in it. And therefore, other people will thrive. So I answer the question today. It's a real simple one, but it may cause you to really think because you may be loving doing many things and juggling lots of plates and doing a lot of things. You may be busy, but are you busy about the very things you're called and most passionate about? I love to hear from you. I love to learn more about what you're doing and better help you show up and shine in your brand authority. You want to learn more about Rock the Stage and what we do here, visit the website, rockthestagemedia.com. That's rockthestagemedia.com. We did a book launch last night. Rod Bourne from Ready, Down, Set, Lead launched his new book. It was a fabulous hybrid event. We got done with that, celebrating that book. If you have a book launch, if you want learn more about how to elevate that, we'd love to help you do that. There's media coaching, there's branding, there's spotlight interviews. There's so many things that we do at Rock the Stage Media to help you elevate your brand. I'd love to help you out. And coming up tomorrow, we have a special 1 o'clock edition of How to Rock the Stage, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to go live. We have a special interview. Stuart Moster will be my guest. And it is about your narrative. It is about your story, but how to bridge the gap and link things together in a way that your story, your narrative, pulls people in, because it's on point and on mission for you. You want to join us at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on Wednesday, the 8th. Finally, if you want to connect personally one-on-one, I always accept my own email. It's directly right to the trigger. Drop something in. Let's answer your question. Let's get connected and help you. rich@richbontrager.net. That's going to do it for my 2 p.m. live here today. Again, what is your passion? What are you called to do? Until tomorrow, have a great day. Keep rocking. And we'll see you at 2 p.m. live with the Trigger.